Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam 1080 34, continuing with the Sudama pastime. Krishna is speaking about the glory of the spiritual master and especially the immeasurable value of satisfying the spiritual master. Naham idya atibhyam tapasopashamena va tusheyam sarvabhutatma guru shushrooshaya yatha. Naham, I am not, ijya prajatibhyam, that by the worship, ritual worship, even by those who are initiated in Brahman initiation or tapasa, by austerity, upashamena, by sense control, va, tusheyam sarvabhutatma, among all, by all living beings I am not satisfied as much as by Guru Shushrooshaya Yatha, by faithful, humble, dedicated service to the Guru. So, Prajatibhyam, Prajati, Jata can refer to be born. So, Prajati can be referred to the first birth, where somebody is born, and you can refer to the second birth where somebody is initiated. So either way, the point is that while both can be considered to be pious activities, Prajati, first birth or second birth, still Krishna is saying by either of the births I am not as much satisfied as I am satisfied by service of the Guru. So quite often in the broad scriptural tradition, anything that starts with Naham. So Naham is often used to start a series of negative assertions, which will conclude with a dramatic positive assertion. So for example, we have Naham Vedair na tapasa na dane na chejaya shakya eva vidho drashtum drishtavan simam yatha. And then the conclusion is an emphatic positive assertion. So Krishna is telling, for example, the verse just I quoted, Naham Vedair na tapasa, that I am not known through the Vedas, nor through the Naham Vedain tapasana danena chejaya, not by austerity, not by charity, nor by worship. Shakya evam vidho drashtum, I cannot be seen the way I am seen by you, O Arjuna. So, such statements embody the art of rhetoric. Nowadays, today, the word rhetoric is often used to convey empty speech without action. That is one meaning of the word rhetoric. That his speech was all rhetoric, no strategy or no substance. So, empty rhetoric is a negative connotation. Empty speech with no action. That is one meaning of the word rhetoric simply. However, the full phrase, art of rhetoric, and rhetoric when it is used in that context, it is an effective or emphatic speech. So how to convey something in an emphatic way. So when certain points that are negative are given, not this, not this, not this, and that which is negative is also considered valuable, then after that what is brought as positive becomes even more valuable. So for example, in the cricket context, if somebody says that trophy which could not be won by this great player, that great player, that great player, that trophy was won by this person. So that means how great this person is being emphasized like that. So what is the emphasis over here? Guru Shushrushaya. That serving the Guru is so important. That the word Shushrushaya comes often in both, broadly speaking, the Gita and the Bhagavatam. The Bhagavatam, it is comes right from the first canto itself in 1.2, Divinity and Divine Service, that it is, if we do not have Vasudeva Katharuchi, we do not have taste for Krishna, then we will develop it by serving the Guru. So here, by serving the Mahad Seva, Shushrushro Shraddhadhanasya Vasudeva Katharuchi. So that is the broad idea of Guru Shushrushaya, so faithful service. Now, sometimes when we look at how things are faithful, repeatedly the same words or same themes are repeated in multiple places, then that conveys the idea that this theme is a theme is consistent, and if it is spoken not just one place but many places, then it becomes even more important. This comes in, the same word comes in the Bhagavad Gita in 1867, where it is said that idam tena tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana nacha shushrushave vacham nacha mamyo abhyasuyati. Krishna is saying that what I have spoken to you, especially the final verse, aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha, that is confidential knowledge, not meant for everyone, and therefore please don't share this knowledge indiscriminately. Please be careful in sharing it with others, and those who are not Shushrushya, those who do not have a service attitude, those who are not engaged in service to Krishna and Guru, do not give this knowledge to them. So it is, normally we discuss this theme that Krishna is far above us, and Krishna is far above us, and the way we access Krishna in this world is by connecting with those who are almost above this world because of their connection with Krishna. So the Shishya, the disciple, the student is in the material world. The Guru is in the material world but not of the material world. Yes, the Guru is sheltered in Krishna, and thus when we serve the spiritual master, we actually please Krishna immensely. And now Krishna is talking about the glory of the Guru, not just because he wants to glorify the Guru. He is with his close friend Sudama, and he is remembering so whenever any point is to be made, a point, it can be made in two terms: principle and example. So Krishna has till now given the principle of the importance of Guru, that Guru is the person who is so important for us, and serving the spiritual master is so important. Now from the next verse onwards, that example will be given of how important the spiritual master is. So generally, depending on context, we may decide which one to emphasize when. So Krishna had started that, do you remember the time with the Guru? So it seemed that seemed to be a statement about a specific incident. 30 is that, do you remember? Then 31 to 33 and 34, 31 to 34 is the principle of the importance of the Guru. And now 35 onwards, Krishna will talk about the specific of how generally things of what happened specifically, not generally, when they were in the place of the spiritual master. So generally, effective communication keeps going up and down between principles which are universal and examples or incidents that are specific. So those were such happy times. If somebody says like that, then what are the happy times? Oh, like a famous novel starts with those were the best of times, those were the worst of times. And after that there is some elaboration, how they were the worst and the best of times. So effective communication keeps going up and down. Example, principles. So now Krishna has given specific incidents. Apina smaryate brahman uttam nivasatam gurau gurudaraishchoditanam indhanayane kvachit pravishtanam maharanyam apartau sumahadvija vatavarsham abhutivram nishtura stanaitnavaha. So Krishna is now giving a specific example. Apina smaryate brahman. Do you remember, O Brahmana? Vrittam nivasatam gurau. While we were staying with our spiritual master, Vrittam. This was the activity that we did. Guru Daraishchoditanam. When we were asked by Guru Dara is the wife, by the Guru Patni, who was like often the mother of the students. Indhananayane kvachit. Indhan is firewood. Anayane. Can you get some firewood? Pravishtada maharanyam. So accordingly, they went to the forest. Apartau sumahadvija. Apartau, Rutu is weather. Apartau is not the weather, unseasonal. Sumahadvija, suddenly severe. Vatavarsham abhutivram. So Vatavarsham, the stormy wind, and there were torrential rains. Nishtura stanaitnavaha. So there was also, it was Nishtura, it was ruthless. And stanaitnavaha, there was also thunder over there. So everything that could go wrong in terms of, rain is bad, but generally when rain, storm, thunder, this is all combined can be deadly. So that's what happened over here. And Vishwanath Thakur explained that it was winter, so rains were not expected. So that's why it was aparutau. It was unseasonal. So he will tell this, Krishna is telling the story to see how they themselves have demonstrated the principle of Guru Shushrushaya, and how they have served the spiritual master. Thank you very much. We'll continue in our next session. Today the key theme we discussed was about how there is effective communication in the Bhagavatam, the effective speech, effective communication. The two themes we discussed was effective communication about the theme of the spiritual master's importance. One was through rhetoric, Naham, and the other was through alternation of specifics and abstracts, of principles and incidents. So we all can learn to make our speech more effective by using these two things. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.